Flip y'all around. Hey there! Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Thanks so much for joining in, everyone. It's nice to see you popping in down there. Hello. Thanks for saying hi. Okay, guys, we are going to finish up block number 9 of the Splendid Sampler. We're making this super cute little quilt shop here. I'm turning it into the Penguin and Fish headquarters. Here we go. Here's the bottom part of it. I have my little label that we're gonna sew onto there. Oh, this is your first Periscope. Welcome! I'm so happy to have you here. Feel free to comment, and you can tap for hearts if you want. They don't mean anything, but it's something to do while you're here. But let me know what you guys are crafting and working on. We're paper piecing this whole thing. So if you look at the back, we did all this kind of crazy paper piecing. It looks like a giant puzzle piece, but it's actually really easy. My last 2 scopes are where we started this, so you can rewatch those if you like at Catch, KATCH.me/penguin and fish. I'm there, and we're crafting every night there. You can watch the replays. So if you guys are new, my name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we create lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. I'm also the author of Sew and Stitch Embroidery and a fabric designer as well. And I'm here every night at 9:30 p.m. Central, where we craft and we chit-chat. And right now we're working a lot on the Splendid Sampler, which is a year-long mystery quilt block sew along, and we are on block, let's see, we're on block 9 right now out of 100. So if you want to start up, there's still plenty of time. They're released every Thursday and Sunday, and you can find out more from thesplendidsampler.com. And I get to be one of the designers for the Splendid Sampler, and my block is on Sunday, so I'm super excited. So there's embroidery, spoilers, involved in my block, and we'll be doing some embroidery lessons on Friday and Saturday, the day before, a couple days before that my block launches on Sunday. So yes, so if you have any embroidery questions, let me know on Friday and Saturday, and we will get cracking on them. We're gonna go over how to transfer designs and my favorite transfer method, and then just how I like to start and stop stitching so I have a nice clean back on the embroidery, no knots, no mess, and we'll go over some stitches as well. So that's Friday and Saturday, but tonight we are gonna work on the Splendid Sampler block number 9, and on Thursday we will get block number 10. I'm excited to see what that's gonna be like. So we'll work on that on Thursday, and then we'll switch over to the embroidery for a few days. So alright guys, I'm gonna flip you around and we'll get going. Let me know what you guys are working on tonight. I always love hearing what you're crafting and what you're making. I invite you to join me to craft. Alright, I'm gonna flip you around. All right, here we go, guys. So we got pretty far. We almost finished last night, but, my phone doesn't like me going more than 45 minutes. If your block is on this Sunday, yes, my block is this Sunday, LaShonda. So there's one more block. This is block number 9, and then on Thursday we'll get block number 10, and then Sunday, oh, you're knitting. Awesome. On Sunday will be my block then. Mine's block number 11. Oh yeah, this is the best group for sure here. All right, guys, so we almost got done. We got these 2 pieces. This is piece A and B that we sewed next to each other. We got piece C done up here. That's our little chimney, and we almost have block D here done. So all we have to do is this little piece, trim along the edge, and then do the whole thing. Yep, I'm still here every night. I was off like a week ago or so because I was skiing with my family, but other than that, other than little mini vacations, I'm here. And I actually tried to scope there, but we had no Wi-Fi that worked, and my data wasn't working either, so that was a big fail. All right, guys, let's get going. Move these guys out of the way. All right, so we just have one more piece to paper piece here. So again, we left off, we did D1 and D2. Now we have to do D6 so D3 to D2. How do you concentrate with comments? My ADHD wouldn't allow a comprehensive sentence. I think I miss a lot of the comments. And when I cut, I can't comment at all, like, because I'm focusing on cutting. I think maybe I go a little bit slower. I craft a little bit slower with you guys because I'm looking up and around and all over. But, you know, I try and do my best. Yeah, you guys are awesome at answering questions that I miss and all that too. All right, so on this, right sides go together, and the goal, again, is that we cover this area once it's folded. So we're going to do a little test here. Oh, thanks so much. So again, to test to see where if your paper piece is in a good spot. And again, if this is all really confusing, watch yesterday's and the day before. I get into it a lot more. And you can see it at katch.me/penguinandfish. I have all my scopes saved there. All right, so I'm going to put a pin right along this line where I'm going to end up sewing. And the reason is I want to see if this, when I pretend that it's sewn, does it cover this entire area, my D3 here? Does it cover all that plus the seam allowance, which is here? And I think we are looking great. So I'm going to just leave that right there. And you know what? I skipped my favorite step already. I don't even have it prepared here. Hold on. Postcard step. My favorite step is postcard step. So let's do that. I already have this piece underneath in a good spot, so I'm going to just leave it there. This postcard step is what gives us our really nice seam allowances, and here's how. In between the two pieces that we're going to do along that line, we're going to use our postcard to just fold all the way along that line. And then we're going to trim our seam allowance right here using that fold as our guide. And this is my favorite part, really, because we can just cut crazy blobs. Like, look, this has, you know, I didn't trim this. This is just a scrap. But, you know, by doing this little fold thing, we magically have perfect seam allowances this whole entire time, which is pretty fun since we didn't have to measure for those seam allowances. All right, I'm gonna scooch you over here and we will get sewing. All right, so I'm not using pins or anything. I'm just gonna hold that there. Last piece, guys, yay! Then we just get to sew all the big pieces together. All right, so I'm gonna back tack this, and then I'm just sewing right along that line. All right, there we are. Let's turn it off. All right, I'm gonna scoot you guys over again. All right, so now we want to snip off those ends right away. There we go. So have any of you guys seen the HBO show, The Newsroom? It's from a couple years ago. We just got HBO now, so we're like binging on everything HBO since we've never had HBO, or we've never been able to see any of those shows. So I've been watching The Newsroom, and that is like the best show. I'm totally in love with it, and I think I have one more episode left. So don't tell me what happens. Oh, not you, Kathy. It's so good. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I hadn't seen it. I think it's from like 2012 or something. That's gotta be, I mean, you know, I fall in love with every like HBO show and all those, you know, big cable-y type shows, you know, that they do now in Netflix shows. They're all so good. It's on HBO. It's only 3 seasons, and the seasons are actually really short. Like, this 3rd season is only 6 episodes. I have not seen Big Love. There we go. So that is our last bit of the roof. It's a drama. It's with, Jeff Daniels. That's his name, right? God, I don't even know. Jeff Daniels and, oh my God. Oh, Emily, Mortimer? That's right. That's her name, right? Anyway, those two are fabulous, and I am totally in love with both of them, and I want to watch this show forever, but I only have 1 more episode, so I'm sad. Oh, catch you later, too. Thanks so much for coming by. All right, so I'm going to just trim around this. Oh, hello from Ironwood. Yes, need to sleep. Sleep is good. All right, I am going to trim around the seam allowance. This pattern has the seam allowance added to it already, which makes it easy because then I can just trim along that edge. I don't have to add it in. Oh, up at 5. Ooh, that's no fun. Well, sleep tight. Have a good evening. I've been trying to get up earlier lately. Like, my alarm goes off at 6. Like, I'd love to get up at 6 and read my book a little and I don't know, get a start on my day before the day starts sort of thing. But I don't know, this time change, I know everyone doesn't like this time change thing, but it's throwing me. Like, it's really throwing me. I'm having a hard time going to bed, and I'm having a hard time getting up, and it's messing with my day, and I'm sick of it. Yes, I hear ya. For the birds, for sure. But yeah, I'm like through. Like, this has to be the last day of not running how I want my day to run. It's throwing off my balance. All right, so here we go. Okay, now we can actually see. I'm gonna move this guy for a little bit. He's gonna be in our way. So we have all our pieces done. Oh, look at the sky is gonna be so fun. It's kind of crazy. All right, so if we flip it around just to see what we've done here. We've already sewn, this is the A block right here. We've already sewn that to the B block. And now all we have to do is sew that to the D. This is the D block and the C block here. So I'm gonna just keep my paper on still. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna just, usually with paper piecing, it doesn't match up so perfectly as this. You know, you might do like really crazy shapes. That's the beauty of paper piecing. You can do really intricate sort of patterns. But with this, I'm just basically matching up my edges. So I don't really have to measure all that much. Usually what you do is you find the point that you need to match up. So this point here, and you put a pin there. And then you have to find the point here on your other piece and match that up. And then you know that you have your two pieces together perfectly. But I don't need to really do that because, like I said, these are all measured the exact same. I can just sew it like I'm normally sewing. And I'm still going to just use this seam allowance line as a guide. But you know what? I think before I sew, I'm going to give all these just another good press. And then we'll sew them together, and then we can take off the paper, which is the most fun part. So let's just get this all nice and flat. I just want to make sure that it's going all the way to the seam allowance, or to the edge here. Yay, I'm excited that we're going to have block number 9 done. It's always fun to start and finish these guys. All right, there we go. I think, why don't we sew D to C first? All right, I'm gonna scoot you guys over again. Here we are. Okay. So I'm not gonna use pins or anything again. I suppose maybe I should, but meh. I'm not a very good pin user. I'm just gonna match up the edges. Oh, back in color. Oh. Yeah, I'm hoping to embroider a little bit. You know, we're gonna finish this up really quickly, and then we've been doing these blocks. The embroidery is kind of to do in between the blocks, and we've been the blocks have been taking the entire time. But tonight we'll get to work on the embroidery. Oh, you paper pieced yours. How did it go, Ashley? That was your first time doing it, right? Did it go okay for you? Did you do this one, or did you do number 8? Oh, good. Oh, I'm so happy that it helped. Oh, you did both. Did you paper piece both of them? Okay, here's where I'm just not good at stitching straight lines. Oh, that's so awesome. Did it work out? I mean, I didn't do 8 with paper piecing, and I'm thinking that would have been kind of fun to do. Oh, cool. Yay, that's awesome. Did you find it relaxing? Like, I just feel like it's surprisingly chill and relaxing to paper piece. Like, more so than you think. I don't know. I just kind of started it up again recently and kind of relearned it. I'd only done it once before. I'm gonna tear off the seam allowance just so I can iron it flat. But that's what struck me the most, was how kind of relaxing it was after a while, once you got going. So because we sewed along this, it basically, oh gosh, look, I didn't match up that line at all, but I think we'll be fine. Because we sewed it, you're punching a bunch of little dots, a bunch of little holes in, so it's just like a perforated piece of paper. So that just comes right off. It was fun! Oh, yay! That's so awesome to hear. You didn't know how they would turn out? I did some paper piecing last night. Always takes some thought. Yeah, I had to watch a few videos online before I could get it again. But yeah, I think once you get going with it, you just have to remember all the steps as you go, kind of. But once you get into a rhythm, it's really fun. Now, I have some stitches that look like they popped out a little bit. I'm gonna go over, if you can see, I got like some little loose stitches here. I don't know why that happened. I'm gonna just quickly go over it. Hit up friends for advice. That's a great idea. So I'm gonna just tweak those few stitches here really quick. They make me a little nervous. So I'm just gonna go over it. There we go. Oh, thanks for inviting followers. That's super sweet of you, Ashley. Wow, I'm so happy to hear that it went well for you, or that you had fun, because that's super important. I love learning new techniques, and it's nice to have those techniques in your back pocket, kind of. Like, I mean, the reason that I did this as paper piecing versus all the cut pieces, because if you look at the instructions, it's like, cut all these rectangles and cut all these squares and then cut them down some more and then sew together all the pieces. So it's a normal pieced block. But when we started this 3 days ago, I just couldn't. I was just tired, and I couldn't see myself cutting all evening. So luckily, a lot of these blocks come with the paper piece pattern. So I'm like, you know what? We're gonna paper piece this. And what I love about paper piecing is that you can just cut random shapes, basically, as long as they fit the shape that you're trying to do. Like, this is C1. As long as it's big enough to be on C1, it's fine. So I didn't even use a ruler. I just cut a blob, and then go and, you know, it let me sew right away. It let me not have to think real hard, which is exactly what I needed at the time. True, and I cut bigger. Like I cut a lot bigger than I needed to, for sure. Ooh, this looks kind of dirty, my iron, a little bit. But I'm intending to use all my scraps through the rest of this the Splendid Sampler, so it wasn't a problem for me that I was, you know, wasting a 1/4 inch here or there. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like that at all, but for me, it didn't really matter much. Oh, you started to bake for scraps? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm hoping to do another one of those confetti fabrics out of the scraps. Here, I can show you that. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm getting some of my printer ink on the front of this. Oh yeah, look, my ink is smearing for my printer. I'm gonna have to get some Tide or something. You can see that a little bit. I think I smeared some of it here. So that's a bummer, but I will try and tie that out. But I'm keeping all my scraps because I want to do another block like this, where it's just all the scraps and then you stitch them all down. I actually put some dissolvable, some sticky Fabri-Solvi on here first, and then I just stitched. I would rather waste a 1/4 inch than have to do the whole block again. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you. All right, so now remember when I said that you should put a pin in the edge and match it up to the other thing? What I should have done here, since these matched up, I should have put a pin in this shape and a pin in this shape to make sure that these matched up. I didn't think of that, but that's what I should have done here. Instead of just stitching all the way along the line, just lining that up, I should have put a pin right there and match it up to this point right here. But oh well. So my chimney is a tiny hair off, but you know, I don't care. That's fine. It can be a hair off. This one I don't have anything that lines up, so I'm not going to have that same problem here. So I'm going to just do what I did before and just match up the edges. But yay, this is the last seam. All right, back over. Okay, matched up the edges. Let's just try that again quick. Earthquakes make chimneys do that. Yep. You know, I never said that I was moving the studio to like a perfect building. This is like from 1910. That's what this building's from. And, you know, some bricks are falling off and all that, but it's got character on the inside of the studio. So that's where we're living. That's the plan here. Yep, we all still have fun working there. Exactly, Kathy. And shopping, yeah! You know what would be a good idea, people? Would be like a fabric shop that's also like a craft coffee shop. So like on every table, you can tell I've thought about this before, but on every table it would have like craft supplies, like it would have hoops and floss at all the tables and some yarn and some needles, and there'd be people walking around or something that, you know, you'd have instructions or like little things there, but you can loiter with your coffee and that's okay, and there'd be books there, and I don't know, I think that'd be fun. And it would serve the best coffee, so people would just come and get coffee, but then they'd be like, ooh, this crafting thing is fun. That's the plan, people. And then in the evening, the coffee turns into wine. How about that? That's the plan. All right, so I'm just taking this seam allowance off again. Although we could probably take all of it off now. But I'll just take the seam allowance off, and we can iron it open first, and then we'll do the rest. Take all the paper off when it's flat. You won in Australia. It's amusing when tradesmen come in and see people knitting. That's awesome. See, they should learn. I bet you everyone's happy there, and they're like, wow, this is the happiest place ever. Just be like, pick up some knitting needles, dude. I haven't knit in a little while. I need to get back on that. I'm still working on, I don't know, if you've been here for a little while, I've been working, you might have seen me work on the, that crochet doily. I need to finish that yet. I kind of switch in between crochet and knitting projects, and this crochet doily is taking me forever. I'm almost done. I just have to put the funny little points on them all, and I think I only have like 3 of those done, and there's 11 points total. So I don't know. I'll have to bring that out and show you guys again soon. But man, so after that crochet project, I'll get another knitting one going. I haven't done a knitting thing for a while. Oh, you're re-knitting a hat. That's awesome. Your favorite hat or your father's hat, or I'm not sure I got that all right. Okay, let's press this open. Oh, the first could fit his head 2 times. That's probably pretty big. All right. I'm just pressing to one side. I'm not pressing open or anything. And I'm hoping that this isn't making my thing a mess here. I think we're good. All right. Oh, you call me. I like that, LaShonda. All right, here is our little Penguin and Fish studio. So now we'll take the paper off, and I think this sky is so funny. So again, this is the 8 o'clock summer sky. It just turned from pink to yellow, and it's just starting to get light outside. And we opened at 10, and it's 8 a.m. I got there a couple hours early to like just type and sew a little bit before we open at 10. So this is the just after pink sky in the morning Oh, Kathy, I set the coffee the night before. It's on a timer, so coffee is done when I walk in the door. All right, so we just need to put this guy on yet, but let's take off all of the paper first. Yeah, that's taken care of already, Kathy, for sure. Oh yeah, it does look like Aurora's, doesn't it? That's kind of funny. All right, this is the fun part. We just get to take all these pieces off. And the other fun part about taking all the pieces is that taking off all the pieces is that it kind of reveals all of the perfect seam allowances that we didn't have to work for at all. Oh yes, a teapot for sure. Smell of coffee and fabric, yes. We'll have to have some candles and stuff going so it smells like anthropology and everything that you buy there. When you bring home, it smells like anthropology. We'll have to do that. Coffee and anthropology. Well, Ashley, we'll have to have whatever you like drinking there too. All right. This is fun because again, it's all perforated. So it's pretty easy to take these off. Ooh, tea and hot cocoa. Hot cocoa sounds really good. I like, I have tea every once in a while in the mornings. It just doesn't make itself like the coffee makes itself, which is awesome. But I do drink a lot of green tea, like sencha and genmaicha green tea is kind of what I like. All these little pieces out. Ooh, what time is it? Oh gosh, we're already kind of late on the time. I'm noticing that my maybe I'm just moving too fast. Let me know, guys, if it's getting really, really choppy or something. It's looking kind of choppy on my end, just a little bit. That usually means that it's Periscope, or it's actually not Periscope, it's my phone. My phone doesn't want to play the game anymore. Oh, it does? It looks good still? Okay, good. Cinnamon vanilla coffee creamer from Walmart. Oh, funny. My husband, he was sent out the other day to get fancy coffees, which we don't do very often. We have a coffee pot here and we just drink black coffee. But every once in a while, you know, it'll be 3 p.m. and, you know, we'll just need a fancy coffee. So he went out and got fancy coffees, and I told him to just do something special. And I think he did. He got just a tiny little bit of vanilla and a tiny bit of cinnamon in it. And it was good. So that cinnamon vanilla, that is like a fabulous combination. I approve for sure. All right, all papers out down there. Let's do these guys quick. What I like about this too is that it returns to just your fabric, you know? So it's not like you're using a bunch of stabilizers and all that stay in with this. Oh, do I drink coffee? Oh yeah. Coffee pot. That's what I do right when I'm done with my scopes, is make the coffee for the next day and have it on the timer. Because honestly, that's sometimes, you know, I'm trying to get up earlier than I like to. So I can read and do some other things in the morning. And sometimes the only thing that really gets me out of bed is the smell of the coffee. Oh, that'd be awesome. But yeah, sometimes that is like the only thing. Like it has an aroma button, which I think, I don't know, has a little fan on or something. But every once in a while, and I mean, our bedroom's upstairs, so I can barely smell it. But sometimes I'll smell it and be like, okay, I can get up now. Because I was never like a morning-y person, and then I just all of a sudden decided to be a morning person, kind of. And then I had more time in the morning to read my book, and I used to just wake up and get to work right away. Oh, like a Folders commercial. Like, it's exactly like a Folders commercial. It is pretty much exactly like that. You love the smell of coffee, but don't drink it. That's how I felt when I was little. Like, my mom would only have coffee, like, at a restaurant, and I always thought it smelled good, and then always thought it was gross tasting. But now I just like, you know, what I like is holding the warm cup in my hand, and I like how muddy and rich it is. Just hot coffee. That's what I like. All right, we got all this out. I'm going to just press it one more time here. Yay, but it's fabric and, oh, you drink 3 cups a day? Yeah, I think lately I've been drinking 3 cups a day, but you know what? I think the cups that I'm drinking are tiny, because every once in a while, like when we get something from Starbucks or something, or you know, Dunn Brothers is what we have around here, but we'll bring it home, and you know, it'll just be a small, but that's like at least 2 of my normal cups of coffee, so I'm thinking I'm not drinking as much coffee as what I think. So we do have this little stain here. I'm going to try and take this out. I do have like one of those little Tide pens. Hey, you know what? We could just do that right now. Why not? Let's see. I got one of these Tide pens. It's in my, I have my to-go craft box. So I have this Tupperware that has like all the craftiness that I could need if I just need it on the go. So I just grab this and go, and I have a little Tide pen in here. So I'm gonna just, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh wow, that came out really fast. So I'm just gonna do this and let it dry. If not, it's not very noticeable, but it is on this lighter color. So might as well take care of it if I can. I don't know how well that's gonna work. I should probably wet that when I'm done. I don't want this to be like some weird round stain either. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wet that when I'm done here. All right, let's stick on this. Ooh, let me tilt you guys down again. Let's put on the little Penguin and Fish logo guy for the sign. You finally bought a Ginger embroidery scissors. They're nice, aren't they? Like having a good, nice embroidery scissors, or just any nice, good scissors is just like such a treat. All right, so this label, it has my website on the back, so it's kind of meant to be sewn in like this. But I'm gonna just put it right on the front. So I'm gonna just trim off this logo area. I'll leave a little bit of the fold. All right, and then I'm gonna fold this edge over. It's gonna be our sign. After it with the little the door would be what that word is. I was gonna say the hut opening, but it's a door. Okay, you know what? I'm not even sure. Yeah, you know what? I am gonna pin it. I was not gonna pin it, but I am gonna pin it. So let's just pin that top there. Then I don't think we need to pin the rest. That looks centered, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's that's okay. Super Pro label. All right, let's do this, and then we are done with this little guy. You know, I'm not sure we're gonna have time to embroider or anything tonight. I thought this would go a lot faster, but you know what? I'm telling you, since the time change, I feel like the days are on warp speed. I mean, do you guys feel like that at all? Like, I feel like every minute is actually, with every minute that's gone by, actually 2 minutes has gone by. You know what I mean? It is so odd. Like, I don't know. So, like, I feel like we just started this tonight, but it's already, it's already getting to the point that, it's gonna cut me off. And it's not just the, like, going to bed and waking up issues. Your last 3 weeks have been like that. Yeah, it's just so odd. Like, I just don't understand it, and it's driving me batty. And I just feel like I'm not getting anything done, and, it's no fun. I'm just top stitching this on. So I still have a pretty short stitch length. I had a shorter stitch length to do the paper piecing, because paper piecing is easier with a shorter stitch length because there's more perforations. So I'm just leaving that at that, and then just top stitching all the way around. My thread color is basically the same thread color as my label here, so I didn't have to change anything for the top stitching. And top stitching just is stitching that's visible, so you can see it on the surface, on the top of the piece, basically. All right. Ooh. Let's turn that off and snip. All right, I think this might be that we're done with this. I was gonna do some embroidery in the roof, but now that the roof is this small, I don't know if we really need it anymore. I think I'd rather just work on our other embroidery. And I think, we might have time yet. I think we got a few minutes that we can do some embroidery, so maybe I will bring that out yet. But here we go. This is the little, the Penguin and Fish headquarters. So I figure that these are some fancy windows that you can see in, but they got these like crazy shades or something on, like some weird goofy blinds. So that's that part, and I got some flowers in the front that we planted in the little some little containers, and some funny little color bar. This is like some old tile that came with the building, some crazy colored old tile and stuff. So that's what we got going here. But yay! So block number 9 is finished. Wow, I'm gonna just try pressing that one more time. When I got it wet from the Tide pen, it got a little goofy up there. You know what I'm wondering is the issue. I wonder if I have paper in there yet. No, there's no paper in there. Well, it'll just be a little dirty there. Oh well. Yay, block 9 done. Okay, what time is it? I think we have a few minutes. Let's embroider a little. Let's chill for a little. And I think we'll do this. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Oh yeah, so we have a day in between the next block. So we'll embroider all evening tomorrow. So here's here's our little embroidery that we're working on. I have it kind of stored in this little thing. Yep, we're gonna do the birdie today. Okay. So this is let's get all the. I kind of have it just contained in this folder. I like storing projects with all its materials all together. So that's kind of what I have it. Oh, yay! You're waiting for this guy. So this is actually our free pattern from our website. So if you just go to penguinandfish.com, you can download this pattern for free if you want. Here it is. It's just a bunch of our little characters. Oh, I have a few copies apparently. Oh, and then here's the stitch guide that comes with it. This is in color. I just printed it black and white. Oh yeah, I like storing my projects together so I can find everything. You know, then I have these threads colors that I was using. So last time we worked on this, it was actually a while ago. The Splendid Sampler quilt blocks have been taking, you know, all the time till the next one's released lately. So I haven't been able to work on this for a while. But we got this little chipmunky guy done. Oh, this is Sulky's Sticky Fabri-Selfie. So you can see this is my most favorite way to transfer an embroidery, and we'll go over it a lot more on Friday. But it's this right here. It's Sticky Fabri-Selfie. It's thicker and it washes away in water. It dissolves in water. So you can see it's just stuck on here. Oh, I can't even get it. It's just like a sticker. Here we go. So it just sticks on. But the best part is that you can run it through your printer. So I don't have to trace this. I don't have to do anything special. All I do is run it through the printer and I'm ready to stitch. And oh my God, does that ever feel good to not have to trace? And I could put this on a really dark fabric too. So I'd be all ready to go. I wouldn't have to magically figure out a special way to get it onto a dark fabric. I just print it and stick it on and then it's good to go. So, all right, we did this little chipmunky. He's done, and we are going to go this guy next. We decided to do it all kind of really realistic colors, and then maybe some of this background stuff is bright and poppy or something maybe. But, you know, I toyed with the idea of this being like a cardinal or something. But you know what? I think I'm going to go back to it being a robin. I think I'm going to stitch him maybe this brown color here. And then I'm going to do like a really bright orange belly just because I saw my first robin of the spring yesterday. And I've been thinking about robins a lot lately. So I think that's what we're going to do instead. I think I'm going to do it this darker brown. And then maybe we'll do like a fun orange beak, but we'll do like a really bright belly. Actually, let's pick a bright belly already. Like the brightest kind of red orange in here. This looks pretty good, maybe. Maybe this one. They're a little reddy orange, though, aren't they? They're kind of reddish, right? You're married to a robin. That's cute. Oh, that's too red. It can't be red. It's still got to read as orange, I think. So here we go. How about this? We'll do the outline all in this brown and then that bright orange. That looks all right. And then maybe we'll do the beak in this brown. We'll do that. All right, yay! And I already have a thing of floss here ready to go. That's awesome. Oh, your maiden name is Birdsley or Birdsey. Birdsey. And you're married to a robin. That's hilarious. I love that. That's so cute. All right, so I'm going to just tie a knot in one end, and we're going to use my... it's not my, but I like using it. The away knot. And if you guys have been with me here before, you know what the away knot is, and I will show you it again here. All right, let's grab my embroidery needle. I'd store all my needles on just a little piece of felt here. Oh, it's yours. Oh, my method that I made up by some magic power. I don't know. I don't know where I learned how to do the away knot. I know it when I was researching stuff for my book, I found out about it, that and a waist knot, which is like it's similar, but I like the away knot better. But I hadn't heard of it before, and now it's all I use. So what it does, it allows us to, on the back, have no knots whatsoever. So we have a super clean back. There's nothing on here that's going to catch on anything. It's just really clean. And that's the purpose of it, really. So I've tied that knot in one end. I'm going to start stitching, I think, his little leg here. So with the away knot, I'm going to start about 4 inches away, hence the away knot. So I'm going to just poke it into my fabric from the front to the back here. And there, that's my away knot right here, register mark. So then I'm going to just start stitching. We've been doing a back stitch for all this, so I think I'm going to continue doing that. I like using the back stitch because it just feels like it just sings embroidery, I guess, because you can see all the little stitches like little beads. I just kind of love the back stitch. It just, says embroidery to me. But anyway, okay. So we are going to just stitch all this as normal. And then when we're done, we're going to snip away our away knot, which will leave a strand of floss like this. And then we'll weave in this floss, and that will make it so we don't have any knots on the back. But that will come later once we're done with this piece of floss. So we'll probably only get a few minutes of this in tonight, but like I said, we are done with block 9, and we don't get another block till Thursday, so we will work on this all day. Well, not all day, but our whole time tomorrow. So I think we'll definitely get through this robin tomorrow for sure. Oh, I know, only 91 more blocks to go, right? I know, isn't that kind of crazy? I'm surprised at myself actually for committing to it, because I don't know, I have a hard time committing to big projects like this, but consistency is my word of the year. And I've been consistent with these Periscopes, and I'm like, okay, if I can be consistent with that, and if I do it on Periscope, then I think I'll actually be able to stick with it and do it, and so far so good. And I really have just kind of fallen in love with every single block that we've done. But yeah, it's only, it is only block 9, so there's still plenty time to get it done. Or to get, to work on the blocks and stuff. So we're just doing a nice little back stitch around him. I think I'm going to do a satin stitch for the beak. Oh, I'm glad you're happy. That's super sweet. Yeah, it's been super fun. I mean, this time here at 9:30, I mean, this is like my dedicated craft time. I don't get to do, I mean, I don't have a lot of time to do any more crafting. So, I mean, I've been saying that I've crafted more in these past couple months that I've been doing Periscope than I probably have in the past 4 years combined, just because I've been consistent with it more than anything. It's just a little bit of time in the evening, and I don't know, we got a lot done just by hanging out here, and that's just been so neat. So I'm just trying to be consistent in more things like this, and I don't know, that's kind of my stuff for the year. We have Kathy. Oh, I think I like this brown for the robin. I was thinking it'd be too dark, but I don't think it is. I think it's very robin-y. And it'll really pop with the orange, I think, for the belly. I want to embroider that bird with another stitch that you did in block 8. Block 8, we did, like the stem stitch? Wait, block 8. I'm totally spacing. Wait, block 8. Oh, the split stitch. Oh, with the little bedtime guys. Oh, your device is heating up. You know, LaShonda, my piece is gonna heat up real soon here too. So yes, thank you guys for coming in tonight. We are probably on the last few minutes of the scope just because my Samsung's or my Galaxy SX, they do not like long live streaming. It gets really, really, really hot and then overheats and then cuts out on me. Yes, I'm so happy you made it too, LaShonda. Thanks so much for coming in. But yeah, so if we do get cut out, I just wanted to thank all you guys for being here. I really, really, really do enjoy chit-chatting with you and hanging out and getting to craft and make stuff, and I don't know. I love it. Oh, thank you, for sure. This would have been a fun cardinal, but, you know, it's robin season. Oh, well, I've done this before. You know, there's one thing that I do that kind of helps me a little bit, and I actually want to do a video. I want to start doing YouTube videos, and I want to do a video about it. It's what I'm doing with my other hand, I think, that lets me go faster. Oh, good. Thanks so much, Diane. So this is what I'm doing on the back side. When I'm pulling through, I'm kind of I have a finger that's separating the stitch so I can feel where it starts and where it ends, and so it doesn't get tangled. So I am feeling my thread the entire time. And I know that there's not a knot in there because I've been feeling it the whole time and kind of guiding it. So that helps me go faster because I don't have to pay attention to that. So again, when I'm pulling it through, I'm feeling it too with my finger. And that's when I'm separating it. So I'm gonna hold it with that finger, and then when I go back through to the other side, I'm gonna be on the other side of this finger, which will my finger will be in the gap of the two things, which will help me. It'll help me feel if a knot pops up. And it'll help me know. It's just a physical guide of what's going on in the back. So that helps me see. It looped around my finger, and then I just kind of let it go. It really is helpful as a guide. It's like having eyes on the back a little bit, and that definitely helps me go faster because it's preventing me from having knots. Embroidery Braille, exactly. That is what it is for sure. But yeah, that's really helpful. So that's what I'm doing with my back. And that's why it gets difficult for me when I'm farther away from from holding on. Because if I were to stitching this frog here, I'd be really far away with my finger. So it'd be tougher for me to feel what was going on in the back and hold on to the hoop at the same time. How many strands am I using? I am using 3 strands of floss. So embroidery floss usually comes with 6 strands. I'm using 3, and the only reason to use different strands of floss is how thick do you want your lines. This is just the thickness I'm used to using. It's just more, just what I'm used to, just my game, I guess. But yeah, I mean, for block number 7, when we did the split stitch for that bed, we used 2 strands.